Here we go, everybody, with the Tri-State outing. Knicks post-game show tonight. The Knicks at Minnesota. Mitchell Robinson was the star for the Knicks. 14 points and a season-high 18 rebounds. And R.J. Barrett, all 8 of his points come in the fourth quarter. And the Knicks beat Minnesota. Final count tonight, 96-88, as they win back-to-back games for the first time since late October. Great to have you with us from our Delta MSG Studios. Bill Pito along with Alan Hahn. Wally Zerbiak, who was on the game call, joining us here as well on the post-game show. And Wally, I think the key phrase here is style points don't matter.
No, we've seen the Knicks. There have been a lot of games this season so far where the Knicks are supposed to win on paper. When you see who's out of the lineup, when you see who's not playing well, when you see another team's record. Well, this was a game that on paper the Knicks should win. They figured out a way to get it done. It was not pretty, but in this league, it's not easy to win basketball games. You bank them when you can get them. They're on a 2-game winning streak. That's a good thing.
Pull up the ski mask and run out of the building.
Get on the plane.
You're going to need a ski mask in Minnesota to get to the plane.
Hide that dub under your jacket and just get out of there however it takes. But the object of this game, of course, with both teams shooting so poorly, was rebounding. The Knicks dominated the boards 54-45, but the key was the offensive rebound. You're going to miss a lot of shots. You want to get second chances, 23 second chance points, and a lot of it had to do with a dominant second half from Mitchell Robinson. That's the kind of player you've been waiting to see all year, and if they can get him playing like that consistently, what a difference maker he can be.
Wally, you and Mike Breen talked to Mitchell Robinson after the win, and it is clear that he is feeling maybe better than he has all year long. I mean, he's in shape, he looks healthy, and he's putting together a string now of some very consistent performances.
Well, he said it. He said he shed a little bit of weight. And, you know, in the offseason, he wanted to put on strength, but you have to put on the right type of strength and weight in the right places. And it looks like he's gotten his lean athleticism, his elasticity back, and the relentlessness that he attacks that offensive glass is impressive. And what was going through Mitchell Robinson's mind is he's thinking to himself, well, the guys aren't shooting well today, so I might as well just go get every rebound that bounces off the rim. And, I mean, the effort and just the attack mode that he was in. And the other thing is no Karl Anthony Towns. With no Karl Anthony Towns in the lineup, the Timberwolves have nobody that can match his size and his strength and his athleticism. So he just went out there, dominated the boards, put in quite a performance. And that's what you have to do in this league. If you want to win games, I give the Timberwolves a lot of credit. That was a completely undermanned team. They were missing their big three, who all averaged 20-plus just about, and they still put up an effort. And that was a credit to a well-coached team and Chris Finch's squad that went out. They played defense. They didn't shoot the ball well. They couldn't make a shot in the first half especially, but they still hung in there. And they needed a big-time effort by Mitchell Robinson to get this win, and the Knicks got it done.
Yeah, it seemed like, the Knicks had a couple of times where it looked like, okay, put this game away, put this game away, and then a couple of bad possessions, and they make a few shots, and they just would never go away, and that's what it took to get this done. But as you're watching the Mitchell Robinson highlights there, Wally, and I don't know if it's the same when you're watching it live in the game, his first jump is so quick now. Ooh. The way he explodes, which he was not getting that same kind of explosion earlier in the season, and that, of course, can be the added weight. Getting used to playing with it, shedding some of it, like he said to you guys also, but that his ability to get the basketball, to snatch it, and then get up fast.
And quick.
Before anybody else can defend it, what a difference that makes for him, and he can finish the way he can around the rim. He's one of the highest percentage shooters in the game, mainly because all his shots are at the rim, and he finishes
easy to make,
anyone.
but hey, he's been really good of late. Now, R.J. Barrett missed 5 straight games while he was in health and safety protocols. Came back against Atlanta Christmas Day, only scored 9 points. Tonight did not have a single point until the fourth quarter, but put up 8 points in the final 12 minutes to help key the win.
And it was huge points. I mean, sometimes, forget about the first 3 quarters. I know he couldn't make a shot in the first 3 quarters, but he kind of won this game for the Knicks in the fourth quarter with those 8 quick points that he scored in the last 5 minutes, because the Knicks were searching for offensive options. And R.J. Barrett saw his jumper wasn't there, so he put it into beast mode, and he went and attacked the basket. Once he got that layup to go, then he got the open 3 to go. And that was a huge shot, because at the end of this game, the Timberwolves were coming on the defensive end of the floor, and they needed someone else other than Randall, who was struggling to find offense, make a play. And R.J. Barrett stuck in there, Coach Thibodeau showed trust in him by putting him back in that game in the fourth quarter down the stretch, and R.J. Barrett delivered, which is a huge sign for the young player.
You needed somebody to do something. Right?
Yes.
You needed someone to just do something in that quarter. We were talking about what would we show? What are we going to talk about for fourth quarter? And it was like, can we just, what are we going to show, misses and stops? Like, what are we going to show? Because the whole fourth
rebounds?
quarter just seemed to be nobody could really get anything going offensively, but then it was Barrett who came up with those plays. And that corner three meant, I think that was such a big shot for him. Like you said, that layup goes in, he gets that corner three, it gives him a little bounce, and that last drive to the basket as well showed that that's what we're used to seeing from him. We haven't seen in weeks the ability to get into the paint and finish in the paint against some defense. So good to see from R.J. Barrett as he's working his way back from the COVID protocol.
Knicks don't get to 100 points. They score 96. Yet Tom Thibodeau played 10 players. Everybody who played well, they had at least 6 points, and the bench, 38 points. We're wondering, okay, no Derrick Rose, going to be out, going to be reevaluated in 8 weeks, had the ankle surgery. Guys starting to work their way back from health and safety protocols. What would it look like with Grimes getting more playing time? Hey, the bench was really good, especially in the second quarter tonight.
And I love the hunger that the bench guys play with. I mean, they play with desperation, and they play like this could be my last couple minutes on an NBA floor. And I think Tom Thibodeau has these guys so motivated to play hard and play at a high level and just play every possession like it's their last possession. It's fun to watch. It really is. The chemistry is really brewing between these guys. You got Grimes knocking down threes. You got Quickly coming back off his career-high 7 made threes, knocking down threes. And then look at the effort. I mean, when they run and they trap on a pick and roll, they do it with aggression. Obi Toppin, boy, that jumper looks smooth. And I think that jumper is going to continue to improve. Alec Burks, your boy, back in his role on the bench where he's just kind of filling those glue guy gaps like he's known to do. That bench is very potent. And, you know, Derrick Rose was a key piece, but I feel like it gives other guys opportunities to step up. And when a guy goes down, there's opportunity for other guys to make their name. And right now, Quentin Grimes is the guy who's doing it.
Yeah, it looked like, too, that the Knicks, their bench was going to blow this game open early in the second quarter. It just looked like, oh, okay, the bench just came in. You know, their roster's depleted, so you should outplay their bench, and that's what you saw from that group. They've got great chemistry no matter who's out there.
I know.
And it again, makes you wonder, as they get whole, and they're almost there. I mean, there's just only a couple of guys left now to get back into this full roster. Is the rotation's going to be real interesting. Like Wally said, guys competing for jobs, guys competing for minutes. Taj Gibson played 16 minutes, 7.6 rebounds. Like constant production out of these guys. What are the 5 that you go with off that bench? But the strength of this team is always going to be the depth. Knowing that you can just pull about anybody off that bench and you're going to get production, that's a great thing for a coach to have.
Showed Grimes, great first half. The rookie had 11 points. So his last 3 games, 27 points, 15 points, and 11 points. Started off well, kind of cooled off, but he was key in that first half for the Knicks. Quentin Grimes is making the most of his opportunity here of late. All right, Tom Thibodeau's post-game comments coming up. Knicks now 16-18 on the year. Again, they've won back-to-back games for the first time since late October.